This is the economic section of the Recon tools. You can access all tools at /tools on our website. And over time, these are gonna improve and we're gonna add more. The first tool is actually very straightforward, is a unit converter. Fundamentally, the way you would use it is you would enter the unit for which you have a value. So say you have this value of a USDC transaction, and then you would actually be able to visualize it into different units. So anytime you add a value here on if, that means 1E18. Anytime you have a value here, that means 1E8. And anytime you have a value here, that means 1E6. Whereas if you enter as way, which will be the raw value you will likely get from inspecting a transaction, then that will allow you to convert it. So this is just a very convenient tool. There's many like this. We just have it, so you have it here for your convenience. And the other tool is one of my favorite tools because it's based on an idea that I've been talking about for years, and hopefully I convince you to also inspect in your security reviews. So say I'm doing a security review for a project such as Quill Finance, which is a Liquidity fork, or even Liquidity V2 Bold themselves. We fundamentally want to look at their oracles, and based on how they manage their oracles, they could actually be introducing what I call oracle drift, and they could also be introducing what I would call compound deviation threshold. And so the simplest way to think about it is that if you have two variables such as collateral and debt, and both of these come from an oracle, say you have the ETHUSD versus the STIF oracle, the ETHUSD oracle is going to have its own deviation threshold, meaning it may be inaccurate up to 0.5%. And technically it could be inaccurate by more, by the way, but let's just assume that's its inaccuracy. So what this means is that this price is could be anywhere between what we see and up to 0.5% up and up to 0.5% down. Then you take another price and you would actually have the same mechanism where it could be up to 0.5% or lower by 0.5%. And then you would have to account for the formulas here and likely for the prices that you have. So say I'm gonna grab my unit converter here. I'm gonna get a couple of units of ETH. So the collateral price is 118, the debt price is 118, right? My face value on a collateral over debt math would be 1-to-1. However, in reality, if both oracles have a 50 basis points deviation threshold, then my maximum possible value is actually 1.01 and my minimum possible value is 0.99. So we have effectively a hypothetical maximum swing of this 2%, which is a bit deceiving because this doesn't mean that you have up to 2%, but you basically, given your price, you could actually be up to 1% higher or 1% lower around that price. And so it's very interesting. And the other aspect is how this formula, this deviation could actually be different based on which mathematical formula. And that's why we allow you to effectively write anything you want here. Like the fact that we put all of these, as you can see here, we just allow you to use any formula. But fundamentally, this is so that you can change it. And this is actually something you can literally change manually. So you can put whatever you want and it's going to be evaluated through Big Number JS. So this effectively is one of our key components where we perform a security review that involves oracles, and we're open sourcing it so you can also use it in your own due diligence.